but I'm never done. Triumphant looks just to find the right one. Melanin pop bright like the sun. Sun-kissed and you wish to compare, hun. Be careful what you wish, don't you dare, hun. Tried to warn you, see the message wasn't clear, hun. I am a woman of my word, cause I'm fair, hun. Give you what you asked for, cause I care, hun. Now you feel me, now you see me. Exaggerate the eyes, feeling really pretty. Jeff on the beat, sipping, so I'm litty. Call my crew, tell them meet me if you ain't busy. Now they tripping, but they will miss me. Diamond stripping, nails done, looking real busy. Long legs, long hair, looking real pretty. We at the spot, now it's time to get real tipsy. I came to work, I came to stay. Countdown to the beat drops. True queens don't play.
Yeah,
some music to get us in the mood.
I'm gonna do that walk, honey.
Yes. My babies in the yellow. Yes. Yes, that reunion theme. I live for it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the All About the Tea channel. I'm your girl Monica, along with my fabulous co-host, tax expert, and former Married to Medicine star, Buffie Purselle. Hey, Buffie.
Hi.
Hi. YouTube extraordinaire and the man that gets the party started, Mr. DJ Richie Sky.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. TikTok sensation, Amir. Yes. Welcome, Amir.
Hi.
And dating expert and author, Monique Kelly. Welcome, my dear.
Look at my baby.
I love the yellow. we are in the theme, y'all. We are playing along with the theme. So today we are recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 5 Reunion Part 1. And it's a redemption story and a bloody massacre. Monique Samuels came out guns blazing. She brought her binder. She came with facts. She brought out receipts, exposed Gizelle and passed a holy whore, and left no survivors. Monique even rendered Turkey Neck speechless. Let's get into it.
I was born ready, but I'm never done. Triumphant looks just to find the right one. Melanin pop bright like the sun. Sun-kissed and you wish to compare, hun. Be careful what you wish, don't you dare, hun. Tried to warn you, see the message wasn't clear, hun. I am a woman of my word, cause I'm fair, hun. Give you what you asked for, cause I care, hun. Now you feel me, now you see me. Exaggerate the eyes, feeling really pretty. Jeff on the beat, sipping, so I'm litty. Call my crew, tell them meet me if you ain't busy. Now they tripping, but they will miss me. Diamond stripping, nails done, looking real busy. Long legs, long hair, looking real pretty. We at the spot, now it's time to get real tipsy. I came to work, I came to stay. Countdown to the beat drops. True queens don't play.
Hazel, aka
It's
popping. Okay. Hazel, aka Monique Samuels, came to work. She came to slay, and she slayed.
She earned that check, honey. She earned
Oh,
that check.
yeah, baby. They need to give her double what everybody else got and Karen.
Now, okay, let's do some pregame talk. Who was your MVP of Part 1? Y'all comment down in the chat. Let us know who was the MVP of Part 1 for you. Buffie, who was your MVP?
Karen, because Monique didn't come to the end, really.
Okay. Okay. Monique?
Monique, because she held on to that information and slid them when they didn't even see it coming.
Amir, love the hair, honey.
Yes, good part.
Thank you. Thank you. I think Andy Cohen's face every time Monique took out the binder. He was like, he was ready, honey. Yeah.
Okay. Richie.
I'm going to have to say Monique. I feel like
though she didn't have to put her play into motion until the last 6 minutes, what I appreciated was that she didn't need to do a lot. She didn't scream, she didn't yell, she didn't come out of character. She sat there until it was her turn, and she waited and just sat there while Karen did most of the work early on. And Karen set her up for the alley-oop, and she slam dunked it, okay?
Yep.
For me, it was Monique. And I would say Karen too. I had two because it was a tag team. It was a team effort, well orchestrated and well executed. So kudos to them. Okay.
And organic. I feel like it was organic. Like they just knew, honey. They stepped in. It was fabulous. Fabulous. Yeah.
Yes. Comment in the chat. Let us know who was your MVP for part 1. So the reunion starts with Andy Cohen welcoming all the ladies. The stage is decorated like Portugal. The ladies are all in yellow. Andy takes a stroll down memory lane, and we're shown how some of the housewives have grown and some haven't. You know, some are at the same place, stagnant. But before we get into all of that, let's start off with some fun stuff. The fashions. Oh, the fashions. All right. Shall we start with Gizelle first?
Monica, shady Monica.
Monica. You already know where she's going with this. You already know where. Girl, stop.
If she had no embellishments, it would be fine. Like, it's not that bad. Just no embellishments. Like, why the embellishments?
Right.
Fun fact though, Buffy, you may love this, but that's a Lisa Nicole Cloud dress.
Oh,
yeah. Is it really?
Well, at least she's supporting the Bravo family.
Giselle's gown is a Lisa Nicole collection by Lisa Nicole Cloud of Married to Medicine. And her heels are by Sophia Webster. Buffy, how many flutes are you giving Gizelle? 1 through 5.
Oh, 1.
Ooh. Okay. Y'all comment in the chat. How many flutes are you giving Gizelle? Monique?
I am going to give her a 2 simply because yellow looks good on her. I just need her to learn how to walk in heels. She has a tendency to wobble, and we need to work on that. But the color looks beautiful on her, and it was one of her better fashions. Not like that's saying a lot, but it was better.
Damn, Vicky, 0? Really?
I'm with Vicky. It's giving me Sierra. Sorry.
Amir, how many champagne flutes does Gizelle get?
I'm going to give her 3 because of her confidence. When she goes on Bravo chat room, honey, she defends her fashion. She says that. I think she's doing it on purpose. It's become her trademark. Nobody wears zebra with giraffe and a leopard hat. I mean,
look at Richie.
Are you sure? She seemed really serious. She couldn't believe the whole panel didn't like her fashions. She was in shock. Richie, how many champagne flutes are you giving Gizelle?
What's my, I didn't hear your options earlier. How many do I get to give her?
1 through 5.
1 through 5. Okay. So I would give her a 2. Okay. And so the reason I say that is because she did something that I don't like. Fun fact, yellow is my favorite color. So to me, I knew I was happy about the color, but I also was a little disturbed because I know it's hard to pull off, right? So one of the things that I don't like is those types of crystal embellishments on the color yellow. I just feel like it never really works well for me for some reason. So I just got to take away for that big rabbit-sized buckle embellishment on her hip that just, I feel like it takes away from what could have been a much better gown.
Yes.
That's absolutely. A good point. Wow.
Very good point. Good point. Do you design? You sound like a designer.
Yes.
You do, honey.
I just know what I like.
Yeah.
Well, also, Richie, remember on the problem area, no matter your size, and Giselle's body is beautiful, but anyone, no matter what your size, if you put an embellishment on your hip, it's going to make you look thicker.
Yeah.
So, that's not good. That's not the right place.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and give Gizelle a 1.
That was nice of you. That was higher than I thought you were going to give.
Listen, I'm feeling generous today. Just for the simple fact she exposed those stovetop ankles. When you have ankles like that, and I'll replay it for you guys. I feel you should keep all this stuff right there covered up. All of it covered up. The gown wasn't bad. The embellishments were a bit over the top at the hip. Yeah, I agree with Richie. But when you scroll all the way down, when you have ankles like that, you should keep those covered.
I need to get my sunglasses because it's really, really bright out here for all, and I need some more shade.
Lady, honey.
Okay, up next we have Wendy Asafu. Wendy is wearing a design by Nigerian designer S.A. Asnabar with Renee Avila heels and signature dresses jewelry. I think she looks stunning personally. I think the color,
that skin and that yellow.
Yeah, she's never looked better. Yeah, she's never looked better. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Honey, she looks like a cup of hot cocoa that I need, honey.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
She needs to stay with that makeup artist, that
How many
hairstylist.
champagne flutes are you giving Wendy, Buffie?
4. She looks great. And I love that she went with a Nigerian designer. I'm for that. She looks beautiful. She looks royal, and her skin, I just kept looking at how beautiful her skin is all night, and her eyes were so, like, whoever did her makeup, girl, fly them in, keep them. Whoever did that wig, keep them. You look great, honey.
Fabulous. Monique, how many champagne flutes are you giving Wendy?
I'm with Buffy, a 4, because her skin just was like butter. She got the wig right.
Yep.
The makeup was great. She looked so beautiful. She looked stunning. I will give her that.
Amir?
I'm going to give her 4.5 just because of what she said. She goes to the market and they're bringing goats out, honey. I'm going to give her a half a point.
Richie, how many champagne flutes do you have for Wendy?
I'm gonna give her a 4. I thought that Wendy looked great. The hair was like there was something different about it. She had a magical look. I will say that. I have to take away 1 point because, as I stated earlier, I do not appreciate crystal on the yellow. That's just me. But everything else, I felt like the dress overall dynamic.
Dynamic. I'm gonna give Wendy a 5. I thought she just looked absolutely stunning, beautiful. The color complemented her complexion. I mean, her makeup was fabulous. The hair was so good. I didn't even notice the edges. Like, seriously, she just looked to me from head to toe. I love the shoes. Fabulous.
And she has nice legs.
She does have beautiful legs. Yes,
she does.
Beautiful legs.
And y'all know she did the research. She looked at the comments. She fixed the wig. That's what I like about her is that she takes the feedback.
Self-corrected.
One of her degrees must be in feedback acceptance.
Y'all comment in the chat. How many champagne flutes are you giving Miss Wendy? All right. So moving on to Robin. Robin wore Shop the View dress inspired by design from Atria Clothing. Okay, this is it.
A lot of things I don't know.
All right. Buffy, how many champagne flutes do you have from Miss Robin?
1.5. That's not the dress for her body type. And she's a beautiful girl, but that's you gotta have body yada to wear that, and she has a beautiful shape, but that's not the style for her. And I didn't actually like that color, that type of yellow on her. And we'll get to the tire marks on her wig later. But
okay. Monique, how many champagne flutes are you giving Miss Wendy? I mean, sorry.
Bitch stole my look. Go to my at Cocktails and Confessions IG account. I wore this dress for a shoot 2 years ago. I believe it cost $500, I believe. And she stole my look. She was supposed to be worn at Cocktails and Confessions. Go back to May of 2019.
Because you got body yada.
I got a rump shaker back there. She sure does.
Oh, he got it.
They're the
Yes,
receipts.
that's how you
They're the
wear it.
Justice.
That's
She's
how
doing
you wear it.
amazing.
Uh-huh.
Amir, how many champagne flutes are you giving Robin?
I think I'm gonna give my first 0 of the night. Of the day.
Ooh.
I'm giving a 0. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. And I want to pull it all the way down. It's scrunching up, and I'm just like, and she's probably wearing tennis shoes under there. So I just want to pull it.
Richie, how many champagne flutes does Miss Robin get for you?
I'm going to give it a 2. I'm taking away some points because I feel like she's a little off theme. The color is slightly different from the yellow that the rest of the ladies are wearing. And I have to take away, I think, 2 extra points because I did not appreciate the tiger stripes in her hair. I didn't understand what was going on. I thought it was actually something wrong with my television when I was watching it. So I don't know. Now, overall, I will tell you the silhouette, I get it. So I'm going to give her the 2, but it just didn't work as well for me.
Tiger stripes.
She cannot get that hair right. She cannot get it right.
Yeah, it looks like a cold clamping iron. Like the clamping iron wasn't
Back
hot
in the
enough.
day.
And it's like just, I'm going to give her a 2. I'm going to give Robin a 2. She didn't wear the proper bra. But
that's what it is.
Oh, that is true.
You're right.
Yeah. And then the gathering right underneath her chest plate, it's just not working for me. It's not. No.
Oh, yeah.
The hair, everything, it's just not working. Okay. Moving on to Monique Samuels.
Girl, Monique.
Girl.
God dang, look at that. Oh my God.
I mean,
Fabulous. Just fabulous.
So
Monique
good.
is wearing an original design by designer Riley Knox.
of course she
And
is.
it's just fabulous. With Christian Louboutin heels. Buffy, how many champagne flutes do you give Monique?
All of them. Give her all of them, honey. She killed it, honey. Top to bottom. Fabulous. Unbotheredness. Gorgeous queen. Yes, I stand.
I'm here to play.
Originally made. I ain't got no rats. Stunt on them bras, girl.
Monique, how many champagne flutes are you giving Monique Samuels?
There's not enough to give. I mean,
Right.
unlimited champagne flutes. She looked sensational. I've been dying for this because this woman has been beat down the whole season. She came ready, head to toe.
Yeah.
Amir, how many champagne flutes are you giving Monique?
I am giving her 5 out of 5, and then I'm giving her 10 champagne flutes for that arm, honey. That arm was fit and amazing, and just I loved it. And then I was DMing with Monique, and I said, "I love your arms," and she said, "It's because I've been carrying the season."
Ooh. Yes. And she has.
Literally.
All facts.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes,
Literally.
she has.
Richie, how many champagne flutes does Monique Samuels get from you?
I got to go with everybody else. I'm giving her all the champagne flutes because my best friend made that gown. And I know exactly how,
Beautiful.
I know exactly how long it took her to make that gown. I know all the things that went into the process of doing it. And, to me, I've always been a fan of her as a designer. And I told her, I said, you need to design for other people. And the fact that the first major design that she does for someone else outside of herself goes to one of her best friends, it's undeniable to me. So I just thought they made a great team, and she looks amazing in this gown.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I was shocked when Monique said that Riley had designed the dress for her because I didn't know Riley was a designer. And I was blown away at the level of detail and care that went into making this gown. Totally blown away. And it's like, it's fitting Monique like a glove, right?
Oh my God.
Hugging every
custom
curve,
for you, honey.
every single curve. And Monique is giving me body, yada, yada.
Yeah,
She
Yes, she
got it.
is.
Okay.
It's very Oscars. Like, I feel like
it
it's a
is.
lace on a reunion. Like, I feel like it's an award show gown. It's stunning. I love it.
Absolutely. It's almost like they sewed the dress on Monique. It's just perfectly made for her.
Yeah.
Love it. I'm giving her 10 champagne flutes. 10 out of the 5. Okay.
She didn't have to shut down the rest of the ladies that hard. I mean, you walked in and they had to feel so somewhat insignificant a little
right.
bit.
Yeah. To y'all's point, she didn't have to talk. She just arrived.
They hate the effort. They hate the effort that goes into everything she does. The effort.
That's why they mad.
Y'all comment in the chat. How many champagne flutes are you giving Monique Samuels? All right. Well, let's moving on to Ashley Darby.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Ashley is wearing Ashley is wearing a Sherry Henry design for custom maternity. It's cradled. Her cradle blowing bump is complete with a cape and vibrant multicolor underside and a thigh-high slit. Her gold heel sandals are by Aldo.
Aldo?
What?
Why are you wearing Aldo?
Monica, you play too much.
You stop playing, Monica.
Listen, Aldo. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with
Now,
Aldo.
I crawled before I balled, but girl, not at the reunion. I even put some Giuseppe's on for the reunion.
She's being thrifty.
Y'all, I'm gonna cut her some slack. She's 6 months pregnant, at the time she was 6 months pregnant. So she probably just grabbed the first thing in her closet. I'm just happy she
first
showed
thing
up.
in her closet was Aldo?
Buffy, how many champagne flutes are you giving?
Stop, you messy, Monica. I can't. She was pregnant, Monica. I can't. I abstained. No, I was just playing. I gotta give a one for effort. I can't. The shoes, and even if they weren't Aldo, they don't go. And I don't understand. Was there some meaning to that tribal fabric? Like, was it supposed to represent the trip? Is that a story? I don't know. But she's a beautiful girl, but that dress is a no for me.
Okay. Monique, how many champagne flutes are you giving Ashley?
Lord Jesus. Ashley, you get a plastic cup with white Zinfandel in it. Because that dress was just wrong on so many levels. Yeah. The way the slit came up, it looked like, what is it, muslin when they're designing a dress and they're doing the mock-up?
Yeah.
It looked like that, or like a child, maybe Baby Dean did the dress. It was awful. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Not Baby Dean.
Baby Dean.
Oh my
I think
goodness.
Baby Dean made that dress.
So how many champagne flutes are you giving her?
-25.
Oh gosh. Oh, Monique. Amir, what are your thoughts? How many champagne flutes are you giving Miss Ashley?
I mean, I'll go with Buffy. I'll give her 1 for effort. I mean, she is pregnant, but I'm surprised that she wore that. I thought she was going to wear, even though she's pregnant, I thought she was going to wear something more like what Wendy wore, and Wendy was going to wear what Ashley wore. I feel like they swapped.
Right.
So I was a little disappointed, but I mean, listen, Ashley got her post-nup, honey. Who cares about what she wears?
Right, baby. Ashley's doing the thing, honey.
Good point.
Good point. Richie, how many champagne flutes does Miss Ashley get?
I'm gonna give her a 1.5. I'm gonna give her that because I feel like she is expecting. So there's that. But I have to take away most of these points because of this unfortunate cape. And she did this last year, and I believe this was the same designer that she wore last year. So she should have known better. That's one. Number 2, I felt like it looked like they got there that day and they said, this dress needs something else. I know what we'll do. Let's cut a split into this. And then they cut it up to her hoo-ha. And it's like, why am I able to see this on the set? I can see right up in there. Everybody can see it. The cameraman pan right to it. I felt like this was her opportunity to do something that the rest of the ladies didn't do and to wear something yellow and flowy. Nobody had that on the stage. She's expecting. That would have been beautiful on her.
It would have. And majestic and gorgeous.
She missed an opportunity. Yeah, her baby was waving, honey, through the hoo-ha. He was saying.
I feel bad because she's pregnant.
Me too.
No, you don't, Monica. Just say what you're
I'm
going to
going to go ahead and give Miss Ashley 3 champagne flutes because I don't want to call it a sympathy vote, but she is 6 months pregnant. Sometimes you don't think you have that pregnancy brain. And I think she took the theme too literal with that fabric,
yes.
It looks like a tablecloth. It was probably at a restaurant in Portugal and it inspired her or something. I don't know, but it's just a bit much for me. But
Monica, you're such an empath. You always say it. You are an empath.
But she looks pretty.
I know, Monica, you be a real nice. I've seen so many pregnant women slay it because think about when you're pregnant, you have to worry about sucking in. Oh, that's amazing.
Ooh,
There's so many examples. Beyonce, Cassie. I mean, how many? Ciara. I mean, they all wear high fashion when they're pregnant. Like, give me a break.
Thank you, Amir.
Now, was she pregnant at last season's reunion as well? She was, wasn't she?
Yeah.
What did she wear last time?
She I think had just had the baby.
She had just so she was still a little big, and she did wear a cape last year. Maybe she just finds comfort in capes. I don't know. Yeah.
You find comfort in cape.
Guys, comment in the chat. How many champagne flutes are you giving Ashley? Be nice now, y'all. She is 6 months pregnant. All right. Moving on to Candace. Okay. Candace's dress is by Karen Sabag. It featured a giant yellow bow and sparkling gold bodice. She finished her ensemble with ankle strap Louboutins, vintage Chanel jewelry, and a ring by Alexander McQueen. Okay. Buffy, your thoughts. How many champagne flutes does Candace get from you?
I like Candace's hair and her shoes. The dress is very Candace, the bow, I'm giving myself to you all. But it wasn't for me. So a 3, I'll give it that.
Okay, that's pretty generous.
Yeah, pretty girl. I just didn't. I got too many breastises for a big old bow like that up front.
Her makeup was on point. I will give her that.
Her makeup is good always. Yeah.
Monique, how many flutes does Candace get from you?
I'm actually going to give her a 3.5 because I liked her hair. I liked her shoes. I liked the dress. It was just, if it had something besides that bow, something else, it would have worked. But I thought she actually, I'm not talking about personality because then that messes it all up. But she looked pretty.
She is pretty. She was
pretty.
Outside.
Emphasize the outside. Amir, how many flutes does Candace get from you?
Let me tell y'all a little story. So you wake up Christmas morning, honey, and you're ripping through the presents, but you've been on the naughty list, and it's a pile. It's a coal. You got coal for Christmas with a big yellow bow on it, honey. That's what Candace is. A big old coal with a bow. So that's how I feel. But I do love her. I love the sparkle on the chest. I love the hair, the makeup. So I'll give her a negative Grinch, honey. Bah humbug.
Okay.
I ain't feeling her.
Negative Grinch. Oh my God, Amir, you're the best.
Negative
Richie, how many flutes does Candace get from you?
I'm actually going to give her a 3, and I know this is going to be very, very different from what everyone else said. I actually liked the bow. I felt like it was different. I didn't think anybody else would do anything like that, but Candace, I felt like it suited her personality. I wasn't as much a fan of the hair, although it looked amazing. I felt like I wanted to see something else from her, but she did serve face, so I'm going to give her that. But I'm disappointed by the bottom of the dress because I felt like this dress with that bow, I would have liked to have seen something just different, either something shorter or something. I don't really know what, but this was not what I was hoping for.
Richie, I guess I'm a bottom and you're a top.
Oh my goodness. That was good, Monique.
That was really good, Monique. I don't like this dress. I just don't. I thought her face and her makeup looked fabulous. She was serving cheekbone. But the dress just reminded me, like a prom dress on clearance at Macy's. I just wasn't feeling it. Like 75% off. That's all I could think of.
That's 75.
Oh my God.
That's Monica. I love you so much.
That's all I can say. I'm gonna have to give her a 2.
Okay. But you know how she could have fixed it, y'all? If she went real short and cutesy and kind of did like Alice and Olivia, just made it short. And
Yes.
then
Yep.
it's too,
Great
like,
legs. Yes.
dated. It's a little dated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Comment in the chat. How many flutes does Candace get? Okay, let's round this off with Karen Huger. Okay, Miss Karen is her asymmetrical number is also by Nigerian designer S.A. Abizanar. It's beautiful. And her shoes are also Renee Cavilla, the same shoes that Wendy wore. They wore the same designer dress, they had their dresses designed by the same designer, which were beautiful, but they ended up wearing the same shoes accidentally. I don't know how that happens. Buffy, how many flutes are you giving Karen?
I love Karen. 4.5. You know, she has some issues in the chest area, you know, but the dress fit her beautifully, her body, and Karen is just winning this season. I mean, she just the confidence. I was so happy that when Andy had that little question about is she wearing from her wig line, she promptly was like, yes, you know, ready with the branding and marketing. Come with it, honey. So yeah, no, 4.5. She looked great.
Okay. I agree. Yeah, she looked really nice. Monique, your thoughts? How many flutes are you giving Karen?
I love Karen. I'm gonna give her a 4. I like the shoulder part. The breast area when she was sitting, it was weirdly adjusted, and I did not like the bottom. There was something strange about what was happening at the bottom, but the waist up was nice.
Yeah. Amir, how many flutes are you giving Miss Karen?
I think I'm going to give Karen 4.5 just because I love her. But I just felt like I agree with Monique. When that bottom came down the lace, it kind of looked a little Project Runway. Like if they cut that, it would have been like, I would have given it a 5. Yep. That felt like a wardrobe malfunction or issue or something. So I didn't love that.
Totally agree. Richie, how many flutes are you giving Miss Karen?
I'm going to give her a 4. I felt like she was giving us Ice Princess with this look. It gave me a frosty vibe. I did not, like everyone else, I did not understand that piece that was going on with the slip. It was a little odd to me. And then when she was sitting down, you could see some type of clear under wire or something like that that was going on around the chest area. That was bothersome to me because that was all I could look at. But what I did appreciate was, and I know a lot of people didn't like the fact that she wore a long ponytail, but I actually loved it. I was hoping someone would do this. And it's interesting to me that she, who is actually older than most of the other women, can pull off more advanced fashion than a lot of the younger girls can.
Oh, yeah. Karen is playing. Absolutely. She's 57, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and give Karen 4.5. I love the design. I love the way her body looked in the design. I just didn't like, I agree with the rest of the panelists, this extra piece of fabric. What was that?
I don't know what that was.
I didn't like it.
She probably asked for it because maybe she didn't want all that out. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Oh, that's
fine. She probably asked for that, I bet.
I like the train. I thought the train was good too. It was really nice. Comment in the chat. How many flutes are we giving Karen? All right, y'all. Let's check on our folks. We got a lot of people on this live. Let's check on our folks. Let's check on everyone.
Roll call. We got a mirror in the building. DJ Richie, Monique, Buffie, and Monica.
It's the roll call. It's the roll call. Tune in and let us know what's up with y'all. We wanna hear what you gotta say. Who's on live with a mirror? DJ Richie, Monique, Buffie, and Monica today. It's the roll call. It's the roll call. Tune in and let us know what's up with y'all. We wanna hear what you gotta say. Who's on live with a mirror? DJ Richie, Monique, Buffie, and Monica today.
All right, y'all. We have Mrs. Wilson, Miss Lady, Stephanie Ronaldo, Ronell, Mary Augustine, Mabel King, all of the moderators. Thank y'all for being with us today Tasha Renee, Queen Ladybug, Vinzel, Myra, Sharon, Yo-Yo, Nay, Crazy Destiny, That Prince, Lily, Terry Lynn, Kimberly Griffin, Damn It, Janet.
That's good.
Pedro Padilla, Michelle Lane, Coco, Cameron Knight, Janice, Christopher, Sheila, everyone. Thank y'all for being with us today. I mean, the chat is awful.
I know I'm trying not to look because it's distracting me, but y'all have fun up in there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Lit off the hook. Okay. So let's get into it.
Monica, I've been texting you since last night.
Oh my goodness. So Karen Huger versus Gizelle and her dreadful fashions. Karen needs an Excedrin to deal with the headache that Giselle's fashion choices. Andy reads a question from a fan inquiring about Giselle's fashions. And even among the cast, it's a general consensus that Gizelle can't dress. Everyone agreed. They don't like each other, but they all agreed that Gizelle needs a stylist, you know. But you could see the look of surprise.
Yes.
Just he tried to dismiss the fan question and play it off like, oh, that's just Karen talking. But the whole cast backed up the fan and Karen, and you know, you could just see the sadness in her face. Poor thing. Gizelle. But Karen does thank her, you know, for keeping her entertained during quarantine with all of her bedazzled tees and bedazzled hats and exposed stovetop cankles. I mean, just thank you. You know, she's gracious about it. Moving on. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's get into that. Buffy.
I don't even like Candace, but I was here for Candace. She's like, I, would like to see you with a real stylist because you're a beautiful girl and you're a beautiful woman. And like, it was the best. Like, Candace, bring that kind of shade, girl. I was like, the good shade. It was like, I just would really, I'm here. I can help you with a good stylist. Karen wasn't playing, honey. Karen was on that neck. I didn't get out all night.
The stiletto was stuck in Giselle's neck.
She didn't kill.
Yeah. But it was good, clean fun. I enjoyed it. I chuckled.
Yes.
Yeah, I was here for it.
Monique.
So did Robin. Robin chuckled too, honey. Robin's not really having her back anymore.
No.
I noticed that, Amir. It might be the end of the Green Eyed Bandit soon because she looked bad that Robin had something to say. And then the thing is, she's so obsessed with Karen. Everything's about Karen. No, boo-boo. It is a nationwide consensus. You cannot dress. And I love Wendy in this. Wendy called Robin out.
Surely did.
To tell the truth. That was amazing. Wendy, bring some more of that. And I might start liking it.
She said, shame the truth, and she said, shame the devil and tell the truth. She did.
Yes, that was amazing.
Yeah. Amir, your thoughts on...
She's got to take a note from Coco Chanel, honey. Take off an accessory. There's a whole Instagram dedicated to Giselle's bad necklaces. Take it off. Like, don't wear clear necklaces. Just take it off.
What is that Instagram?
I'll send it to you.
Send it to
I will. Bad necklace, something. Giselle's bad necklaces. Or something.
There's actual Instagram. Oh my goodness. Richie, your thoughts on Giselle's fashions and, you know, her shock and amazement that she really is a bad dresser. She couldn't believe it.
I'm not a psychiatrist, a psychologist, or anything like that, but I feel like sometimes she exhibits what I perceive to be narcissistic behavior, where she can't see that she does anything wrong and everything about her is. And to me, I'm like, do I need that level of confidence in my life?
No, not that much.
Am I missing out? Because I feel like I would like to walk through life blithely unaware of the fact that I can't dress. You know what I'm saying? To me, that would be amazing because I feel like she has no worries until someone calls her out on it. And
she's still not worried.
She's right. But she still looked completely shocked and disappointed in Robin that Robin would even say something slightly against the way she dresses.
Right. Ignorance is bliss. And Robin stepping out of term is definitely a nod to maybe some producers that got in her ear by next season.
Robin trying to keep
Can I
that
say this though? Can I say this?
You
Did Robin
did.
seem all over the place last
She
night?
kind of did,
All
honey.
over.
She did.
She was on the fence a lot. She rode that fence a little bit. It was funny especially when Wendy was like, Rob, Gizelle, I think you have pretty girl syndrome. You think you're so pretty that you can just wear anything. And that was everyone just really just handled the situation with kid gloves. Like, baby girl, we don't know how to say this to you or break it to you, but you really can't dress. And I compliment every single last one of them, including Candace, for stepping up and being honest about it.
Yep.
Because damn shame. Something needs to be done.
Because real friends when you look a mess. A real friend will say, girl, you look a mess.
Yes.
Try
Monica, I agree with you. They did handle her with kid gloves, and I'm so sick of them treating her like the head mistress in charge. It's like, why are they so afraid of this woman?
They know
She
her
don't have a
power.
binder. She don't have a binder.
Behind the scenes, Gizelle is very messy.
darling.
Behind
Richie,
the scenes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, honey. Go ahead, Buffy.
I'm hushing.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
That ADD kicking in. No, Richie said it before. He was like, she's the darling, or Monica, one of y'all said it before, she's the darling of Bravo. Maybe that's why they're scared of production. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
She is not the damn darling of Bravo, okay?
Well, I mean,
we need to shut this woman down. She's out of control. She's a hypocrite, and that's why I'm here for Monique. Shut her.
Well, I'm definitely here for Monique, but I'm just saying, I think in the past, maybe that's why the girls have kind of bowed down to her. But it looked like even Andy was turning on her last night.
Exactly.
Andy stayed on that neck.
He's so messy. He loved every minute of it.
He did.
I think those girls understand how manipulative Gizelle really is behind the scenes, and and they're scared. They're scared. I think that especially Robin. I mean, all she knows is how to be Giselle's sidekick and be in Giselle's shadows. So she has to tread lightly. She's scared.
Right.
Yep. We need
together. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Amir. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Monique. No. Go ahead, Monique, please.
I was going to say, if they band together and bring her down, it's going to make for a great season.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we need. All I was gonna say was I think we need Ramona Singer to come in and help her dress like she did with Barb. Remember Barbara? She took her shopping. We need that. That's what we need.
I don't know.
All of Donna
Listen,
Karen dresses.
Barbara the Builder was in vogue. Ramona has
yes, she
never
was,
been.
honey.
That's true.
She was in vogue.
That's true.
She was in vogue wearing a zoot suit from Jolly Rabbit, honey.
I remember
But
that.
she made it.
She made it to Vogue. We're proud of her.
That's
We're
the
proud of her.
point. Kudos to her. Okay, y'all. So moving on. Wendy's first season. Wendy Osafo. Okay, so she, according to Wendy, she's still teaching at Johns Hopkins University. And
John Hopkins.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Excuse
Get
me.
it right.
Excuse me. I was completely dumbfounded by that statement because has anyone at the school watched the show? How is this woman not fired? I mean, to me, she lacks poor judgment, right? She lacks poor judgment. I would be afraid of her grading a paper or drawing any kind of inference based on, what she feels something should be. I would be really, really afraid. I'm shocked she still has her job. But besides that fact, and then she complained constantly about her job and she didn't want it anymore. Did they not see that?
Do that.
True. They said a lot of that. But remember, I think we have to also discuss the fact that Johns Hopkins and academia is so historically white that the school, they're going to really make sure that she keeps her job because, academia gets in trouble every year for not having enough people of color and women at the top. So they're really going to let a lot slide. And I think that at the end of the day, Wendy we know her mom ain't gonna let her quit that job.
No, that ain't happening. That was for TV, that moment, right?
That's right.
So then Ashley and her go back and forth. Ashley tells Wendy that, that while her 4 degrees are impressive, it feels like she uses her degrees to put others down. Like when she told Ashley that people like her should refer to her as Dr. Wendy, Karen added and she chimed in and talked about not calling Wendy a freelancing floozy. Remember, Gizelle made that up. But Gizelle turned the whole thing around and said, the reason why I added floozy or freelancing to it was because Karen was trying to get Wendy fired.
Obsessed with Karen, obsessed.
Right.
Well, why would you add that? If you're trying to support her and you're trying not to get her fired, you don't turn around and then call her a floozy. I mean, it did sound good. I might put that on my resume, floozy freelance, right? Like,
But then she didn't give anything concrete to back that up. All she said was Karen has said that Wendy doesn't fit into this group. How is that trying to get somebody fired?
Well, she didn't need anything concrete because she had Robin as her backup and their pre-planned attack on that.
Absolutely. And then Wendy went into full-blown 4 degrees. My Nigerian community, praises me and they want to give me the GOAT. And as a Nigerian, I'm a proud Nigerian, education means everything and that everybody around her should adore her because of it. Let's dive into that. Buffy?
Wrong. It's too much. Like every time I want to like her again. Monique is on this shoulder. Amir is on this one. Never like. And I'm trying, but she just has to take it too far. And then the correcting people's grammar and use of words during the reunion just got on my nerves. Like, girl, we get you got a PhD. Have a seat with all that. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. She just rubbed me the wrong way the whole reunion. She looked pretty though.
She did. I agree with you, Buffy. Yeah. Monique, your thoughts on Wendy and telling everyone that they should be proud of her and should adore her because she's a proud Nigerian. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm tired of her rehearsed reads. Okay. Like everything is so you can see her probably doing it in the mirror beforehand and be like, yeah, that's a good one. Let me use that. Like I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of the whole degree thing. And I'm just, quite frankly, I'm tired of her. But I still have hope. But by next season, she's going to come through. And I think I'm going to like her again. And we didn't get there. Well, I'll wait till we get to the reason why I really do like her.
Yeah, it changes frequently,
You know where I'm going with it, though. You know where I'm going with it.
Because you're sorry. I already knew that. I was like, Lord, there they go to make
Amir, what are your thoughts on Miss Wendy spiel about her degrees again?
I'm going to take a unconventional approach to this. Y'all remember Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when they replaced Aunt Viv and we all moved on? I think it's time for Wendy to be replaced by her sister and we're all just going to move on. We're all just going to pretend it didn't happen. So that's how I feel about Miss Wendy.
We do like her sister. We do.
I like her sister. I think her sister is real and she's bringing it. But I just feel like with Wendy, listen, we all have degrees. We're all educated. Let's put that on one side and let's focus on just you as a person. We're not here to hear about the degrees. Like, I don't know. It's just getting old. And some of those degrees, like, we don't even know are they woodworking, honey? Like, I don't know.
It's just a bit much. I mean,
we don't know.
Does she have a double bachelor's or is it an associate's, a bachelor's, a master's? What? Really? It's just a bit much. It's a bit much.
Exactly.
Richie.
And then, Monica, real quick, there's a comment about the colorism. Are we going to get to that or should we wait for that?
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, they excited over there in the chat. They excited.
Richie, what are your thoughts of Miss Wendy? And, that Nigerians wanting to buy her a goat at the market and everyone should be proud. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I mean, for me, I feel like I'm not really impressed by how many degrees that you have. I mean, that doesn't mean anything to me unless you can, again, I stated it before, tell me how you got those 4 degrees and didn't pay for them. That's impressive. Because otherwise, what I know is that if you got 4 degrees, you probably got 4 times the student loan debt that everybody else has, okay? And to me, that ain't the smartest route to go. So I don't know who's really winning here.
Exactly.
Right. And then you're aspiring to be on a reality show. Isn't that kind of like slumming it for this person that's a doctor, Dr. Wendy?
Right, but here you are with the rest of us trying to get put on.
Yeah. And you got the 4 degrees and also, like you said, the debt to match it. So make it make sense to me. That's all I'm saying.
All I have to say, I'm going to be real shady real quick. Sorry, I'm really shady today. But if someone needs medical attention on a plane, they never say PhD to the front. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
No, they call my husband, who saved many people.
Yes, Dr. Purselle, honey.
Yes, we have MD.
Real doctors. Yeah, you know, it's Wendy's spirit is not humble. And I can't deal with that.
It isn't. And I would have never said that if she was humble.
Right.
Well, last night I thought she would have been introspective, would have looked at all the comments, saw how she was perceived on TV, and come with a more humble spirit. But instead, she doubled down on the arrogance, which leads me to believe her narcissism is just totally out of control. It really is. It really, really is. Okay, so then Andy reads a fan question on colorism. And the question said, could colorism be to blame for why Candace and Wendy are always being targeted by fans on social media for being aggressive? Many of the other women jump in to say that they've been called aggressive too. And Monique says it has nothing to do with color. It's about judging the actions at that particular moment. Let's sound off on that. Buffy, your thoughts?
Correct, Monique. Even if those bras were light skin, we would still that's it. The colorism in this moment doesn't fit in. And quite honestly, I don't think Andy should have even had that word come out his mouth, because there was no way they were going to get into a real discussion about colorism on Bravo. I'm just saying you shouldn't even talk about that if you ain't gonna really get into it. I'm just saying. But Monique shut it down, as she should, because it was some BS. No, y'all just witches and people don't like you because you're a witch.
I agree. Yeah. Okay, Monique, your thoughts on that?
So what was really upsetting to me was how Wendy came for Ashley by calling her aggressive or whatever, almost as if Ashley wasn't a Black woman too.
Right.
And I don't like the fact that people make it seem like just because you light skinned, you can't say certain things. And then you fall back on being dark skinned to excuse yourself from being an asshole. Excuse my language. And it's whether you're light skinned or dark skinned, it doesn't matter. I don't like how she tried to shade Monique and be like, I wasn't talking to you, because calling another Black woman a bitch, a hood rat, and all that other stuff, is that better? So don't fall back on the fact that you're dark skinned to excuse your foolishness. And don't make it seem like just because someone is light skinned that they're not just as much of a Black woman as the next person. I'm tired of that shit.
Right.
Get it, Monique.
Preach, Monique. Preach. Excellent points. Amir, your thoughts on this?
I just feel like, how many shows do we need, Blackish, Mixedish, where it's breaking this down in a beautiful way and people are still missing it? Like, I mean, come on, like Tracy Ellis Ross is as Black as anyone else. Like, it's just, I'm tired of this like conversation. And when this happened on Basketball Wives as well, OG acted a fool, threatened to kill people, and then they said it was colorism. Yeah. So Candace has been homophobic, transphobic, nasty online. And then Andy Cohen puts on his floaties and wants to go into the deep end of colorism, and he can't float. The man is white. He's white, he's privileged, he's rich, and he's white gay. So please shut your mouth. You're not the one to have that conversation. So thank you. Bye-bye.
Amir.
Amir, very, very astute points, Amir. Wow. Okay, you went there. Okay, Richie, let me hear your perspective on it, because I know you got some things swirling around in that head.
Yeah, I think that Andy's question was really layered, because what he said was, you know, what do you make of people on social media attacking Wendy over these sorts of things. So it wasn't about the ladies in the room. It was about what people were saying on social media. Wendy indicated that was what Ashley said was a dog whistle to signal other people to treat her the way that they were treating her because of the color of her skin, or the tone of her skin color, right? And I feel like that's dangerous because she knows that colorism, the term in and of itself, is a buzzword that is used for a lot of people who really, really do experience it. And so she knows that is going to incite people, and it's going to give her an excuse to continue to act however she wants to act, and then pull that colorism card anytime she gets backed into a corner about her behavior on this show.
Period.
Thank you.
And that's what bothers me about Wendy, because she's smart enough to know that behavior is wrong and it's manipulative, and it almost makes me feel like she's insulting the public's intelligence. Like we don't see exactly what she's doing. Like, how dare you, bitch? How dare you? I don't like people like that. People like that are dangerous too.
I agree.
And that's why I'm surprised John Hopkins they probably can't even fire her because she's gonna claim racism or claim colorism. And those things may be going on her job. Who knows? I don't know.
Yep. That's what I was trying to say, Monica, with academia.
I can't take her seriously. I can't take her seriously because she's dishonest. And
with academia.
She conflates issues. She knows damn well that what's going on has nothing to do with colorism.
No. Amen. Monica, I want to address something real quick in the comments because someone said Amir is light-skinned. I might be light-skinned and white presenting, but I'm Persian. I'm not a person of the Black community. So when I speak on things like that, saying I'm light-skinned, okay.
No, it's a compliment.
It was a compliment. That means you're invited to cookout. That means you're invited to cookout.
No, it was a compliment. It was a compliment. You're part of the community is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they were saying. Okay. So I thought they were saying that I can't speak on it. So I was
no, they were not. They were saying, period. Okay. You represent it. And while we talking about the comments, Dr. Purselle is an MD. He went to medical school and he has saved many people on planes. Okay. Psychologist, not a PhD. He's an MD and a biomedical engineer who builds limbs for people. So let me just get that correct.
Make sure you say that, Buffie.
Yes, honey.
Amir, that meant you're invited to the Black cookout.
I will take it. Listen, I assume the worst in life and I hope for the best. So that was a mistake on my part.
Defend yourself, baby.
Miss Thick Girl 40 says, Wendy said Ashley used buzzwords, but she hooked up with the light-skinned chick to bring down another dark-skinned woman. Wendy who used buzzwords.
Interesting.
You know what? That's interesting. But like, going back to Monique's point, Black is Black. Light, caramel, dark, it's Black, period.
Yep.
As a community, we just need to keep it like that, Black, period. And stop this separation of light skin versus dark skin. And what pissed me off last night was Robin saying, we need to be more aware of the words we're using.
It was all over the place.
Robin needed to just be quiet.
Do you even understand what you're saying, girl? Or did you?
I don't think she understood. Yeah, I don't think Robin understood what they were talking about. I don't.
You were so busy trying to remain relevant. I was like, girl, sit your ass down, please.
Yeah. Yes.
I agree with Amir. The topic was too deep. Andy Cohen was not equipped to even broach the subject and give Wendy a platform to continue on her math. She's just like a mad scientist. You know, she's just crazy to me.
He likes her though, and you can tell Andy likes.
He does like her
because he knows he loves a nut job. He knows
a messy, beautiful mess. Yes,
Wendy equals $. She
knows it. Correct.
Absolutely. So next we learn Candace and Chris have finally purchased a home of their own. Praise God.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Or have they?
Oh, you got some tea, Monica?
We'll dive into that another time. And
yes.
Well, the documentation says Candace's name is on the deed, Chris's name is on the deed, and et al., meaning others, but they're staying confidential.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh no. I can't do a whole season about talking about whether they bought or rented. I just don't care. Please don't make this a storyline, please.
I heard Mama Dorothy has her own.
Yeah, her mama is at all, baby. Wait a minute. Hold up. Now, this the thing. People smart, and that stuff is public record. So why would you go on the darn reunion talking about your mama gave you a rubber plant? Just say you bought a house, period. A lot of people, parents give them a down payment or cosign or whatever. She should have. Now she done set herself up for the.
Yeah, she did.
And they gonna get her. Like, we were happy for you, girl, but why you lying? Dang.
They doing a lot of digging.
She should be able to afford a house. I mean, she's been on the show for how many seasons? If she saved up, I would think that she's. I mean, homes there are not as much as they are in LA.
But
right?
let me just say this. Let me just give people a little lesson from your neighborhood accountant.
I love it.
Put your house in a damn trust. Then nobody know who own it.
Right?
No. Just set up a trust, and then you don't have these problems. It's so
Buffy, can that be your next YouTube video?
Yes, I'll take care of that, darling.
I know.
We all need a lesson on that.
It protects you from people trying to sue you. Child, it's all my stuff in trust.
Oh, Buffy.
Let me tell you what I did. So my house, just I'll be quick. My house, when I bought this new house 2 years ago, before I did Marriage to Medicine, I titled it back to me and Dave because I knew them shady bras was gonna go look it up. And if they saw my trust, they would say I didn't own my house. So I titled it back to us so they would see we own it.
Wow.
Smart.
You gotta do all that stuff. That's just
I know that's just
but you know that's what they would do because they don't know nothing about nothing. So Candace, put your house in a trust, girl. Lord, y'all.
It's called Buffy is what you need to do. Set up
real estate trust.
She will get you straight. She will hide everything for you, baby girl. Oh my goodness. You can't make this shit up. Anyway, Andy brings Candace's disgusting social media behavior and comments to light. And she pretty much brushes it off and takes zero accountability. She's like, whatever, She laughs and she jokes and they banter about it. Richie.
This was her Dorinda moment. This was her moment to acknowledge that she has been a mess on Twitter and to apologize and to redeem herself to the network, to the fans, and she missed that opportunity.
You ain't gonna do it.
She suffers from the same thing Wendy suffers from, narcissism. That's why they're friends and they bond so well. They don't see what the outside world sees. Candace lives in a bubble, and in her mind, we're all like idiots too. We're all stupid. She's way smarter than everybody else. We're all ghetto trash and hood rats and thugs and stuff. You're kind. She likes to use that word. You're kind.
I've never had somebody call me a thug or a hood rat.
Say something negative on Twitter about Candace. She'll get you.
She did it recently. She did it like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. She called someone a hood rat, a rat, and ghetto trash. Never stops. She's not gonna stop. She's not gonna stop. Okay. Andy,
yes, Nina Williams said a great point. Kelly Dodd and Candace are the same type of toxic, but they won't be replaced. That is true. Andy likes them. Andy likes that.
Yeah, Andy does like. You can tell.
Like him.
Oh, he does. He even said, he told her, he says, it appears that you're growing up, Candace.
I'm like, appear through what lens?
Monique. He like gaslight people. It's just it's like he wants the crazy and he just sits up there and gaslights. Right. So he can laugh about it. I mean,
he knows what he's doing, honey. That's feeding that ego, baby. So she'll keep on performing for daddy.
Okay, y'all. So after a short break, Andy switches gears to discuss Gizelle and her relationship with Pastor Holy Whore, Jamal. Okay. Gizelle sheepishly admits that the construction of her cabin in the woods has come to a halt due to COVID-19. Then Karen and Gizelle get into a back and forth about Gizelle's tacky home decor. Gizelle becomes defensive and insults Karen's age, with that Geritol disc. Meanwhile, Gizelle is 50. Karen is 57. Y'all in the same age group, child. You don't.
Like,
Have y'all seen Gizelle's neck? This don't look like a 50-year-old neck. Have y'all seen that? What in the world? What is going?
I ain't saying a word.
The audacity to talk about anybody when you have a neck that looks like that. Come on now. If you ask me, Karen looks like 40, Gizelle looks like 60. I'm sorry. That's just what I saw last night. Y'all comment in the chat. Am I exaggerating?
Well, what I don't appreciate is how she's always talking about Karen's age.
Right.
You're setting yourself up for failure. First of all, Karen looked damn good for 30, 40 years age. Okay?
Right.
So you need to stop talking about this woman's age. You are not 20, you are not 30, and it's disrespectful to Karen and a whole lot of Bravo viewers, honey. Bravo viewers are in that demo, okay? So it's just rude. So when you talk about somebody like that, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Mm-hmm. And you know what else I hate? Mm-hmm. I hate that they talk about Karen's, whether or not she's done any work to her face or body. Sure. To me, I just feel like, number one, who cares? Okay. Right. If you got the coin,
do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Karen looks really good to be 57.
She looks great.
She looks amazing.
Yeah.
She looks amazing. Her ankles, I mean, they're so skinny. Did you see her neck? There's nothing. Karen looks amazing. She looks amazing. Karen looks like 40 if you ask me. I mean, whatever she's done, a lift, a tuck, some injections, keep it up, Karen. You look amazing. Yeah. Gizelle needs to call your doctors. She does.
So can I say, Gizelle missed a great opportunity, and I feel like Andy was kind of setting her up for it, and she totally missed it. She should have just been honest and said, yo, no, construction has stopped on the house because I don't have the funds, COVID. She should not that the stuff can't come in because, honey, people still get construction done left and right. That wasn't the thing to say. And she should have also said when they brought up her business, she should have said, yeah, Target liquidated it. It shut down. Right. It didn't do well. It's a failure, but I'm trying to think of something else. She would have brought in so many people being real. Like, just be real. Stop with the fakery. Say yes. Stuff is hard right now for us, but I'm a rise. I'm gonna come back and do something else, and that would have shut all that. Even though I'm here for Karen, but that would have made Karen look real bad if she would have gone on. Even though Gizelle deserved all that Karen gave her, trust me, you still in the discovery phase. But she missed a good moment to just be real and say, yeah, that just my products ain't working, and the good Pastor Holy Hope ain't paying the mortgage, and so things is bad right now. People would have related to that with COVID right now and people being out of work.
Absolutely. But Buffy, I think it's because she's part of the church, and I think people that are part of a big congregation, it's like being a politician. You're very front of house. You're very appropriate. A lot of these pastors get in these kind of, like, recently, like Justin Bieber's pastor got caught cheating on his wife and is now in rehab. They are like politicians. So I don't know.
Okay, wait. There ain't nothing political, nothing about Pastor Holy Whore or Gizelle. And Gizelle can learn a few things from Karen. First of all, Karen is still married to the same man. And, it's her second marriage. So she could give her tips on how to, have a successful marriage. She could give her tips on how to look younger. And she needs to stop. She needs to stop lying. She needs to admit that her business failed. And she has to stop hating on Karen. It's envious and it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Richie, your thoughts?
Whatever Richie does,
myself because
I just think that this is another example of the narcissism that Gizelle exhibits, because I think it's think it's due to her being favored by the network for some reason that keeps her thinking that she is here, okay, above everyone else. So being above everyone else, she's never going to admit to failure.
Right.
It's not going to be on brand for her. And so she thinks that since the network keeps putting her out front, that we, the public, can't see the failures. You think that we didn't know that Target had liquidated your Every Hue Beauty before the pandemic? You sat there and lied to this man on national television. Well, we already knew that that stuff was gone off the shelves and that website was no longer working. You think we didn't know that?
Long before COVID, too.
Just be real, y'all.
You
Just
don't know how
tell
to be real, Buffy. That's just it. Like Richie said, it's not in her DNA. It's not in her makeup. And the other thing is, too, you sleeping with the pastor. How you don't got no money? She don't want to appear broke, right? Your man ain't paying your bills, child. She don't want to come off as broke, like she's struggling. She's a single parent. She don't got no man in her
paychecks. But she has 2 paychecks, Monica. She has not only the show, but now she has Bravo chat room as well. They're paying her, I'm assuming.
Child, you don't know how much debt that child got.
But you know what? Everybody don't know what to do with money.
That's
correct.
True. We don't know how she manages that. She could be way over her head buying all kinds of shit at Home Depot.
What is she buying? Ugly clothes, a bad house, no car. Like what is she? A boat? What?
It could be food.
It could be QVC and Amazon deliveries every day. That stuff adds up. You seen all them sparkles and orange walls and rainbow bright house. I mean, it adds up. It does.
It does. That investment.
You know, I learn a lot from Sonia Morgan. Sonia Morgan has always kept it real. Every single failed business when her money's not right. And because of that, she's endearing. She's relatable. So just be honest. To your point, all y'all's points.
It's not in her DNA. She can't do it. It'll never happen.
I don't understand how a pretty girl sleeping with the pastor ain't got no money. I don't.
That's the sad part.
That's the blueprint right now.
Y'all mad with me? I feel like I just saw how pretty girls broke. I'm sorry.
You should never be broke.
It's pretty girl syndrome.
With the pastor.
Pretty girls should be broke. Yeah, Monique, you know the hell I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You said a pretty girl sleeping with the pastor. Lord,
ain't never supposed to be broke.
That's the
now,
Buffy. You right?
Absolutely. So now, just circling back to our points here, it's like Gizelle doesn't have a humble bone in her body. She'll never admit to, being in a situation where she needs help or things aren't working out. And she'll never accept failure. Even with her dad in the hot mic moment, everything's explainable. We saw it on TV. We know how he feels. We saw the girls on TV. We know how they feel about dad. But according to Gizelle, they're working it out. And that her dad
threw her father under the bus, Monica. She threw her own father under the bus and said he was lying.
She called him a liar? I didn't hear that part. I thought she said that.
She insinuated it.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Right. You're right.
He was confused. It's not 7 kids. He was just throwing a number out there. Yeah. Girl, bye. Just so.
Was he? Well, why was that number confirmed online in a bunch of blogs if it's a lot?
And it's in that binder.
Exactly. So during a back and forth, Karen brings up the word on the street is that Jamal and Gizelle's relationship is fake for a storyline. She then brings up the new baby that Jamal's rumored to have fathered recently, while he and Gizelle were currently dating. Gizelle denies that Jamal has fathered any new baby. It just, doesn't exist. Karen doesn't know what she's talking about. And the look of shock around the room was like this.
Yes, it was. Ooh, what a throwback. Yes.
Good job.
Tammy's hair, honey. Oh
my goodness. Now here's where Monique comes in and her binding of receipts. Okay. Now Amir and I was DMing last night.
Okay, so I have a binder of receipts for everybody on the cast, including my former friend who started those nasty rumors about me. Yeah, guess who that one is? Guess who that one is? We got Karen, we got Ashley.
What were on those tabs, Amir?
Honey, okay, so tabs, we have former friend, so that's Gigi, if you remember Gigi and Charisse. And then we have Post-it, which is for Candace, because she put in all those dumb Post-its all over her house. And then we have Wendy, Robin, Last Lady, which is for Gizelle, Karen, and then Ashley. So it's a shady ass burn book. It's great.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Fantastic.
Totally amazing.
Shady. Oh God.
So Monique whips out her book of receipts, okay? And she asks Gizelle, why is Jamal telling his girlfriend that his relationship with Gizelle is just for TV?
Wait, can I just pause, Monica? Can we just talk about how smooth Monique was with it? Like, she was so calm about it. And when Gizelle tried to shut her down, she's like, okay, you don't need to see it. And she knew Andy wanted to, like, the movement and the strategy was poetic.
It was poetic. See, the problem
elevated.
The Green Eye Bandits and Candace and Wendy, their strategy was to ice Monique out of this reunion and not respond to her.
Yeah.
So, right. So that's where Gizelle messed up, because in her mind, she's trying to stick to the strategy. I'm going to ignore her. I'm not going to say nothing. But the jewels, the gems that Monique was dropping were so deadly. It was like rapid fire in a machine gun. It's
passing out the copies.
She was like this. We didn't know what the hell to do. She was just shocked. So her, in her mind, she wasn't prepared because she couldn't even imagine Monique would have whipped out anything of this nature. She was
so prepared. She was so prepared. Buffy's right. She's like, do you want digital? There's one with your assistant. There's one with your mom. There's one with your daughters. And there's one on the train with your grandma.
It's bound and it looks like a book.
Yes, honey. Like Devil Wears Prada.
But meanwhile, Andy Cohen was here for it. Okay, honey? He utters those fatal words to Monique. How do you know that? Y'all not gonna talk. We're gonna keep this conversation going. Okay. Monique starts to rattle off all the text messages, that she is the mistress. Well, she's not even a mistress. She's the real girlfriend. Has photos of Jamal in her bed. The last time Jamal saw her, what they talked about. Andy asked Monique, how does she know that, this is even the real deal? Child, Monique starts rattling off Jamal's cell phone. And Gizelle is like, God damn, they got me. Ain't this some shit?
That's hilarious.
Ain't this some shit? She goes, Andy goes, is that the number? Andy is just
Andy is living.
And Gizelle is like, yeah, that's the number. Because you can't ignore your boss. Let's just dive into that. Let's pause right there. Buffy, what were your thoughts?
Yay, Monique! Monique, girl, I love you. I feel like you did this for me. You did this for all the Bravo stars who've been wrong by the mean girls. You came prepared, and we salute you, our queen. Oh, when she said that, she said, "Oh, hey, you need me to read the phone number 410. Is that his number?" I fell off the bed.
Oh my God!
Ooh, honey, that's typical type A, front of the class, brilliant, straight A's in school student right there. 5 stars. We appreciate you, girl. Thank you. You had my back last night, and you didn't even know it.
Yes, honey.
How did you feel at that moment?
I think I was texting you like crazy. I was already drunk. I had a bunch of glasses of wine at that point. So I was really into it. Sorry, guys. I like my wine. So girl, the best part was how all the other girls were like, well, why are you doing like she's been trying to set this up. This is all rumor. And then when she said the number, even Candace, and I'm not a fan, but she said, wow, that's unfortunate. It set it down. It changed the trajectory of this reunion. And I think of the friendships and the alliances in this cast.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
Bravo. Amir, your thoughts at that moment?
What do I say? I mean, I kind of felt bad for Gizelle. The look on her face, it did kind of affect me. I got kind of like caught out of. I got emotional. I don't know why I got caught off guard by it. I felt like she was really sad.
Good. That's what you get.
She ain't care before
Thursday.
people to everybody else. Oh,
I know. Whatever, she deserves it. That look just felt, it was out of pocket for me. I don't know. It caught me off guard. It bummed me out. I just have to be 100 with y'all. I can't lie to you.
No,
we want you. You're nice.
Yeah. It caught me off guard. No, it caught me off guard. I know that she's just can be a travesty, but I just, in that moment, she was swiveling back to see if anyone was going to support her. And Robin was under the chair, honey. She was like, don't look at me. Don't you look at me.
Don't shoot me next.
She couldn't even defend her. She was just like.
She's scared what's in that binder.
I know. She don't want to hear about Don Juan, honey.
All Robin asked was, what's her motive?
What do you mean, what's her motive? This woman's been beat down.
Y'all been beating her down for no reason. Right.
Y'all try to send her to jail and then take her check. When that
right.
Richie, your thoughts?
Go Richie.
You know, it was interesting to me. I got chills watching it happen because I felt like she had so much focus in that moment. You know, Robin tried to interject. She steamrolled right past Robin. Candace came in trying to tackle, and she steamrolled right past Candace, ignored her, shut that thing down completely. And she had her foot, her high heel, stuck on Gizelle's neck. And what I loved about that moment was when she called out every little detail. Gizelle, if she was thinking, she could have lied and said, that's not his number. But she was so stunned, she couldn't do anything but tell the truth. And what was even better was when Monique said, I hope he's sitting right behind you. And Karen comes in. Well, is he coming?
Here. Of course not.
No, he's not. Of course he's not coming. Okay. And then they just finished her off. It was epic. To me, I would equate that to Phaedra and Kenya way back in the day. I would equate that to Selena Johnson going off on Nikki Gilbert on R&B Divas. It was epic.
Epic. Yeah. Oh, R&B Divas. That was a good one. I used to love that show.
Me too.
Okay.
Oh, I missed it. Gosh, man.
That was epic. That was
like
she shut that down. They did that.
I got chills, to be honest with you. I was watching it with people that don't even watch the show, and they were like, oh my God, who is this Monique? They were just in awe at the beauty. You know, it was like Monique said, poetry in motion. It was a beautiful thing to watch. And y'all know how I feel about Monique. I hold no qualms about it. I am team Monique 1,000%. So for me, when she was in pain, I was in pain. So it was her redemption. It was her comeback, and I was so here for it. All right, y'all. Yeah. So Monique, she's not, Gizelle denies it, but she's not buying it. And she says that she has proof in her book that Jamal told the girlfriend that his relationship with Gizelle is just for TV. So I did some digging, and I have photos of the woman, and she's been identified as Tunya Griffin, a pastor of Sanctuary Church in Rochester, New York. And I will pull up her face for you because I have it right here. Isn't she pretty? Mm-hmm. She's pretty, isn't she?
Wow.
Oh, that's a better picture. That's better.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, these pastors be living. I thought you couldn't have premarital sex, honey. This is great.
Oh,
wow.
Wow. Yep. Wow. All these pastors fornicating at the pulpit.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, she had pictures of him in her room. I was like, okay.
In her bed. In her bed.
I love this. I gotta convert from Islam, honey. Christians have no fun.
Stop.
Ooh. 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 I love it.
Okay. I mean, wow.
I know y'all did say she looked like Juanita Bynum in the comments.
She did. She does, kind of. She really does. Okay, so at first Monique chose, so Candace jumps in because she needs something to do. She realizes what's going on. She realizes Monique is making history, and she's not going to let her have this moment. So she jumps in with all this chatter and blah, blah, blah. Monique paid her complete dust, acting like she didn't even exist, and continued to steamroll over Gizelle's neck and face. Okay, Monique did not let up, and she stayed focused. Andy asked Monique how she knew, the screenshots, and she said, okay, the phone number. And Candace, I'm telling you, she was trying to have a moment. She did not want Monique to continue talking about that woman. She was not here for it. But even Andy was just like, Candace, please, this is not your moment.
Yeah. Sit in the corner, child. You're on timeout with that big bow, honey. Turn the bow around and sit facing the wall. Thank you.
Grown folks talking right now.
Exactly. So Monique continues on to read her text messages and tell Gizelle that Pastor Holy Whore has been swinging his big D all over the congregation. And that's how the scene ends.
The best part was when she said, you've had a different man in every single reunion. Hopefully this one. I mean, she went in. And he's not even there again at the reunion. He's not even there.
She went in.
He's not there.
He's not going to come out there.
That's what you get when you take people's kindness for weakness. People get tired of that. And we're going to show you. So you got shows.
I mean, did she ever?
Well, didn't he FaceTime her, y'all, and say, I wanted to come to the reunion, but I was getting my nails done at the airport. So he tried. He tried.
Okay. Richie, everyone in this chat, I think definitely Buffy. I know Richie did. Maybe Amir. I'm not sure if Monique. We got a group text message, right? Or a DM from a young lady claiming to be the mother of Jamal's recent child.
What? I didn't get that.
I wasn't in that, girl.
I gotta.
Okay. Well, she was texting, DMing back and forth. Here she's typing right now. She actually called in because I saw her in the backstage, but then she dropped off. I'm telling her to call back.
Come back, auntie.
I'm telling her to come back.
Honey, let me get my eyebrows together for
Monday, honey. We'll wait. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, she is the mother of Jamal.
Let me get myself together. Yes,
I don't want to act off emotion. Let me say, please act off emotion. Hold on, please.
Let's do a prayer, honey, for this.
Come back. We'll wait.
I don't want to drop the link until she confirms that she might want to come. But she is the mother, and she sent me pictures of the baby. The baby is so cute.
Is she trying to call in right now?
She did call in, but then she dropped off.
This is becoming like Maury, honey. You are the father, Jamal.
Yes, Cameron Knight. Breaking news, Cameron Knight.
Oh God.
And maybe she doesn't want to speak now. Will it be saved?
Speak, sweetie. Speak.
Please speak.
Yeah.
We come in peace.
And you don't know who's listening. You might be able to get your voice out there, girl, and get yourself heard.
Oh yeah. They're all tired of Jamal and his lies. You know,
I'm not even in the congregation, and I'm like, why does your church have a splash zone, honey, like SeaWorld in the front if you're waving your dick everywhere?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Amir, call back in.
You need to wear a poncho in church, honey. I can't with this.
Here's the thing, y'all watching the reunion, the best part of the whole entire read was the other ladies' faces when they were like, "Oh, I can't say nothing to this."
We out.
Especially Wendy. Wendy, you know, again, she's grown. Her face expression was classic.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Yeah,
that
she is beautiful.
Beautiful. She's a nice
beautiful girl.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Ashley. Can we see Ashley again? Oh, that was brilliant. Oh, Ashley, you deserve every dollar. Ashley deserves every dollar she gets.
Yeah. Andy was shook. He was not expecting that at all. So hopefully we can get her to call in. Let me go ahead and drop the link. We can take maybe 1 or 2 calls before we head out of here because
it was so much fun.
It was. But let me tell y'all something though. I'll tell you something. This is just the beginning, okay? Monique just got started.
Yep. That's why I said she wasn't up this one. She gonna kill the rest.
He's about to expose all of them for their nasty plot.
This is the Titanic, girl. Here we go.
That's why Candace and Robin were going so hard for, Gizelle. They were trying to shut her up. They were afraid of what she was going to say to expose them. Candace messed up. She went live and exposed the plot. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Candace went live and Candace was the one who said there was a plot. She gave the date, she gave the attendees, and she gave the topic that was discussed. Good. Okay, so there's no way around it. There was a plot, and I hope Chris Daniels whooped all their asses on that stage.
I hope so too. I thought about this. I've always said they hate on her. They hate on her. Think about the beginning of the reunion. That man went in there and prayed with his wife. That deep, strong man, the voice that he had. The only time those women ever acted like they were kind of feeling with Monique was when they went on that trip a few years ago to France, and her and Chris had a big argument. Then the women all were embracing her in that moment because misery loves company. But they can't take it. They cannot take the life that she has. Instead of being inspired by it, they're hating on it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so she said, Jamal knows my voice. If it's saved, I'm sure he'll hear it. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing to fear. I'm just not sure if I should speak now. Okay. Oh, that's fair.
Right.
I mean,
fair.
He's trying to think about child support and her child and all that, I would think, right? She's
right. Absolutely.
If he's giving her any.
He takes care of the child. He does. And the child looks just like him. There's no denying. We don't need Maury. I saw side-by-side comparison. That's his baby. That is his child. Yeah. Okay. And the child's 1 year old. And we also got the receipts that he was messing around with that pastor from Rochester, New York. I mean, he's just slanging his big D all over the place, coast to coast. Mm-hmm. I mean, we all know Gizelle probably was fearing that she didn't have a storyline, that she might have, like Karen said, she was going to lose her job. She called him up and said, hey, can you help me out? Do me a favor. I've always been there for you. So
why would you do this? This was not smart.
At the detriment to her children.
Nobody else.
Thank you.
Well,
she should have gone back to that lobbyist.
What's more nicer than, Pastor Holy Whore? I mean, he's been all over the place. So let's go ahead and add CC Freak to CC Freak.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Man, when I tell y'all, I got my life last night from watching that reunion. I'm just gonna make a few points because I know y'all ain't got a lot of time. But first of all, I just want to talk about Wendy real quick because Wendy, I got mad with her for the simple fact that she brought up the colorism thing, and then as soon as Monique had a point about it, she was like, "Oh, we're not talking to you," and I'm just like, What was that all about? What did Wendy do? What did Monique do to Wendy for her to act like that? And I'm just like, see, that's why the public don't like you because you don't have a mind of your own. You're just following your friend Candace, following the Green Eye Bandits because that's your soror and all that other stuff. And I was just like, girl, you can go on somewhere with that. And then when Monique brought out that book, and you can tell, I don't know why, but you can tell Robin and Candace tried to save Gizelle, and it fell flat because y'all gonna ignore me all night. I'm gonna ignore y'all the same way. And man, when I tell y'all, it just like when she said, it was like, "Is that the number?" And Gizelle was like, "Yeah." And Candace was like, "Well, that's unfortunate." Boy, I laughed, cracked up, and it almost got to the point where it almost seemed like Gizelle was on the verge of crying. And I've never seen her like that, but I felt no kind of ways because she had it coming for the past 5 years, especially against Monique. So, those were my highlights. I was just like, it was like Karen had the ball, passed it to Monique, and then Monique slam dunked it. I mean, It was everything, and I know more is coming because we still got 2 more parts. And then just to let y'all know, I read that part 3 is going to be 90 minutes long.
Yeah.
So I really can't wait. I know they got a lot to discuss. So part 3 is going to be 90 minutes long. That's the one I'm waiting on. But I appreciate y'all answering my call again.
Thank you, honey. You take care. Take care.
Too.
All right, y'all. We're going to keep it down to 3 minutes for each caller. I'm going to add Toya to the... Hi, Toya.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, honey.
So I just wanted to say that everything that Karen and Monique were saying, well, I should say when they were reading Gizelle for Phil, one thing that I absolutely love about both of them in this reunion is that they did not cuss. They were not loud. They were very classy about it. And I absolutely loved it. It was just so flawless. The way that Karen just snuck in there and said, well, is Jamal here? It was so, oh my God, it was so painful to watch, but it was just so classy. What's her name? Wendy? I'm an African woman myself. I do not have a darker tone as she does, but what I can say is I do not appreciate how Black people use the color, like the light skin, dark thing, light skin, dark skin thing where now it's like a versus each other, fighting each other. I don't appreciate that. Ashley was in no way a colorist. Wendy was absolutely aggressive. You are not going to call a female a bitch and then speak to her loudly and then attempt to get out of your seat and then expect people to say, oh, you're sweet. No, you're being aggressive. She was very aggressive to Ashley at Lake House. And she speaks in a very aggressive tone when she addresses Karen when Gizelle spews all these lies that she does about Karen. So that whole thing was just totally nonsense. One other thing that I wanted to mention is that everybody needs to remember something about Gizelle. She's an evil liar. Gizelle is a liar. That whole thing that she said on the Bravo chat room that Karen said, Wendy is not a beautiful person, she's not pretty enough for the group, that was just lies. Come on, if Karen really said that, why would you not bring that up as a reunion? Maybe she did, in the upcoming episode. I don't know which, according to Karen on her Twitter or whatever it is, she said she didn't bring it up. Number one. Number two, if Karen was feeling that way, Karen would have said that to Monique, not to Gizelle. She and Gizelle are not that close. Karen would never confirm. I don't think she would. I don't see her telling Gizelle those kind of things when she knows that Gizelle is a very wicked person.
Mm-hmm.
But Monique, oh my God, she had it. She's just the MVP, and Bravo needs to give her a contract for the next 20 years.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Toya.
You're welcome.
You. Bye, honey. Have a great day. Okay, I'm gonna add Princess AV real quick. Hey, Princess. Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Toya. You're welcome. You're watching it. It's not gonna. Okay, I'm gonna add Princess AV real quick. Hey, Princess.
Hi.
Hi. You gotta turn the other devices off. We can hear you, but you gotta turn the devices off. Like you can't play the same show in another device because it's a lot of feedback.
Hey. Look.
I'm gonna add Comey. Hey, Comey.
Hi. Oh my God, I got through. Hi, guys.
Hi.
I love this show. I love each of you. I love each of you individually. And then when you guys came together as like a whole group, I love it. Like I live for this. I live for this.
Thank you.
Watching this show, and I live in Maryland. So like I am familiar with Potomac, I'm familiar with these ladies as far as like when they talk about these areas. And it's so obvious that these women are so jealous of Monique.
Very.
I don't understand why they're so obvious of how much of this jealous they are. From the very first season Monique was there, when they met in the restaurant, they were like, oh, do you have a home? And she basically told her, like, girl, I have several homes. and from that very first episode is they just don't like this woman for whatever reason. And Candace, I loved her first season when she put Charisse in her place. I know you guys remember that episode when they were on the bus and she put her in her place. But ever since then, it's like Candace is just, she's a very intelligent woman. She's beautiful, but her words are so, they're like daggers. There's like a gun. She brings her gun to a knife fight all the time. It's like, why? You don't have to be so nasty.
Exactly.
You don't.
I agree with you.
And it's like you don't realize it when you speak to people that way. It's like you hitting them in their face. You can't be that aggressive and that disrespectful and don't expect someone to pop you in the mouth. I'm not saying that that's okay, but words are sometimes just as powerful as a fist.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. How do you pronounce your name?
Kayomi.
Kayomi, beautiful name. Thank you for calling in. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye. I'm gonna see. Princess says hi, Princess.
I'm back. How you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
Fun. Sky Squad in the building. Usually I just sit and watch, but last night after that reunion, I said I have to call in to All About the Tea, okay? Because I was ready, honey. I have been living for this daggone show all season. Look, Candace got on my nerves all season. Now, I am a woman of the words, and I will drag you. I'll talk all that smack. But I do know when you need to shut up before you get your ass whooped, okay? But because I'm from Chicago, I do have these hands, and I do have that first lady hand, too. I'll pray for you after I beat your ass. Now, Candy, you need to stop with them Post-it notes. Come on, girl. You got your ass whooped. Just go on to the next thing. You ain't taking no pills. You ain't sitting here crying. It's for sympathy, and I'm over it. And I'm here for Monique. I am Team Monique. She dragged you, boo. Just go and find another storyline, because I think this is what they're doing to drag out the storyline. I gagged, I laughed all night with that book, and I used to love Gizelle when the show first came out. She does not exemplify a first lady. But, honey, when Monique came and said, is this his phone number? In that face. I said, baby, let me pick it up for you, because you thought Jamal was taking you to the king, but Monique took her to the altar. And don't nothing else happen today. Okay, I was ready. I was living for it. I cannot wait till next week. That colorism thing, I'm brown skin. They misused that. I'm over it. Go find something else to argue about, because that wasn't it, boo. Go find you another storyline. Let's have another party, another kiki, so we can see them make it rain on you, so we have something else to talk about in your fifth degree. Your $2 million worth of debt next year, whatever you gonna do. You just bought a new home, all of that. But yes, I love the show. I love y'all.
Thank you. You need to call back in more often. I love your energy, child. Yes. Yes. All right, honey, you have a great day. I'm going to add one more. I'm going to add Ples to the stream. Hey, Ples.
Hello.
Hey.
I just have two things that I want to talk about really quickly. I'm with y'all and everybody else on the colorism. I just am over the hypocrisy in this cast with the isms. This cast has issues with classism, elitism, ageism, and colorism. And last night when Andy brought that up, they used that as a convenient truth to deflect from them owning up to their own behavior. Wendy was getting called out about being elitist with Ashley and Karen, and Candace was being called out about her mouth and her actions on Twitter. And they used the colorism to try to throw everybody off, but that's not what's going on in this particular instance. Colorism is a real thing, but in this particular instance, aggression is aggression. And Wendy there with her 4 degrees and couldn't come up with another word to describe their actions, because it's but in my 3 degrees, I went and I looked up some synonyms, and some of the synonyms are belligerent, combative, hostile, threatening, antagonistic. They are all of those things. And guess what? they would have used that same thing to say, oh, those words are against Black women too. No, your actions are what they are. Candace has shown that over and over again. Like, it's not, girl, stop. Colorism, no ma'am. You are what you are. You have shown us every time. Like Monica said earlier, she just did it the other week on Twitter, calling somebody a street rat who couldn't afford a lawyer. So she hasn't learned. Lastly, Gizelle, y'all. Oh, hold on. Monique, they were over talking her, but Monique was telling the truth. She said it's because of who you esteem. The issue is they are underneath a white gate. So they feel like we have to put on for Black women. No, you just have to worry about your own character and it will reveal itself. Now, Gizelle, she got all of her just desserts, y'all. I was here for it. I was so happy. My heart was happy. It was a beautiful thing. She was up there stuck. She didn't know what to say. They were coming with the left hand, right hand, Mike Tyson knockout, baby. It was a beautiful sight to behold. And Gizelle, I don't know why Jamal even agreed to these shenanigans. It did nothing but make him look worse. She must have told the man she was going to take him off of child support or something.
Yeah.
But since the child support might be low and every hue is discontinued, she needs some more money coming in, y'all. So I have done her the duty of branding God's glove. With that seventh child, we got to go back to God's glove, y'all. And Monica, I took your nickname. We're gonna make this a family event, y'all. The slogan is God's glove by Gizelle, giving grace to the holy horse since 2020. And the sizes, y'all, you gotta have sizes. So the sizes are mustard seed, for you.
Oh my goodness.
It might be a little sufficient. The third size is blessed. We all want somebody that's a little blessed. And the fourth size is overflow. Thank God for the overflow, Gizelle. Thank you for the overflow and thank me with some royalties, girl. Bye, y'all.
Bye, sweetheart. Bye.
Gizelle, I'll set the party up for you for free.
OMG. You have a great day, honey. Bye.
Bye.
God bless.
Oh my
God.
She did that, honey. She did
overflow.
God's love, child. All right, y'all. Oh my
She shut it down. She shut it down.
She sure did. She sure did. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap this up.
Oh my God.
The mustard seed.
Mustard seed is I can't blend every single time.
Bless. Oh my God.
Monique and her binder made history last night on part 1 of the reunion. We can all agree. Can we all agree?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be in the clubhouse. That's gonna be in the clubhouse.
Andy said it. And you can see Candace's face like,
You'll be all right.
Fine. We'll put her nasty tweets in a frame. But really, what does she think?
No one has ever in the history of that show been able to stop Gizelle in her tracks, leave her stuck in secret. No one.
No.
So Monique was silent but deadly and certainly iconic. That binder is going to go down in Housewives Hall of Fame. And she made history. I'm so happy for her, y'all. Let's just round of applause for Monique.
And we're proven right. She hasn't paid any of us $1, and we've been supportive of her from the beginning. All y'all said, she told us to say these things. And look, all of y'all are silent in the chat, honey. Why don't you speak up now?
Thank you.
Thank you. Exactly. Not a dime. I mean, where is it at? Right, Richie?
Wait, what happened?
People constantly said Monique paid us for our support. I love Monique last season. Where were these people last season? And the season before that?
We love Monique. We got our own coins too.
Exactly.
That part.
We're good, honey.
Us, like we ain't got our coins that wire. We need to be paid.
Honey, I can smell the ocean from my house. Can you from yours?
Damn.
That part.
Thank you. Thank
I ain't gonna
you.
flex.
We're
'cause they
good.
kill me when I say
Okay, flex, but you got that new song, honey. Y'all
we
husband
don't
got
talk
you
about
that
how
new
many homes I got.
Yes, honey.
Buffy, is that a Tesla you got?
Oh yes, my husband bought me a Model X this weekend.
I know that's right, baby girl.
Black on black.
Yes, honey.
Beautiful. Buffy's living that life, honey. And when I see Monique, what you got, Monique? Got the BMW truck. I was like, "Ooh, you go, girl!"
Wow.
Yes,
Y'all not
honey.
messing with some broke people on this panel.
Right, we got our own coins. You
I
tried it.
know
We're
you
good.
tried it. You heard
American
Richie got
Girl
dropped
Roasted.
3,000 rooms
Look
in
at
his
Richie
house.
skin. You know Richie Rich. His name, Richie
Rich be rich.
Richie.
Rich is in his name, honey. He's the
Yeah.
original rich bitch. Our rich bitch.
Right.
The original. Mhm.
All right,
Real recognize is real. That's all that is. That's why we like her.
Exactly. Buffy, how can we find you?
My page is now Monique Stan page. It's at Monique Stan, Just Being Buffy. Now, you can find me at Just Being Buffy on YouTube and on TikTok, and Buffie Purselle on Instagram.
That's right. Monique, dating expert. How can they find you?
You can just go to IG. I'm at Cocktails and Confessions. I know I keep talking about this book, but it comes out January 14th, Reality in Chaos. Go to Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com and pre-order it now.
Yes. Amir, how can they find you?
Hold the phone. Look what I have.
Oh!
Look what a celebrity I am. I have one.
You beat us.
I know, right?
I'm on page 89.
I haven't got mine yet.
You beat us.
It's so good.
I haven't gotten it yet.
I'll check in on that. Let me check on that
Okay.
tracking number.
It's amazing, y'all. And I haven't read a book in about 2 years, and I am so into it.
Glued to it.
Monique, you got to get Buffy a book.
I'm gonna inbox you, Buffy.
Okay, yay!
Yes. I'm getting mine
So
too,
You
child.
like it there? You like it?
I don't just like it. I love it. I'm hooked. And my sister was shocked that I was reading.
Richie, how can they find you?
At DJ Richie Scott on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
Yes.
The three of us need to do a TikTok. I'm gonna figure that out. Yeah,
We do.
all of us. You gonna get on TikTok?
I want to be a part of it too.
All right, yeah. We're gonna get on TikTok. All of
We've been
us.
brainstorming. Me and Buffy have been brainstorming. We'll
Yes.
come up with something.
Yes.
Okay, y'all, subscribe to the channel. If you love the content, you love the panel, subscribe to the channel. Like this video. If you're already subscribed, bang that notification bell. We love you. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. This was an epic episode. Y'all stay safe. Be blessed. Bye. Bye.
I love y'all.
Bye.